Hey, it's Biddy Penny. Welcome back to my channel. It is week 20 of the Margaret Miller Collage Weekly Prompts Challenge, and here are the prompts. I am doing a Frozen themed collage today, and it's all based on this invitation. So the first thing I'm going to do is fussy cut out Queen Elsa and Anna. My daughter loved Frozen when she was a toddler. She was just all about it. And I tell you what, it was a refreshing story because the true love is between the sisters and it's not about a man. You know what I mean? So I just love Frozen for that reason. Okay, you may be thinking I was just going to cut this thing apart and kind of collage it together, but I had a different vision in mind, although this does hit a few of the prompts. So I just, though, really wanted to watercolor this week, and I wanted to watercolor the castle. So I'm going to cut out a piece of Canson XL watercolor paper to the size of the page that goes in my book. I'm going to put the book page to the side, get out my watercolors, and the back of the invitation had Queen Elsa's castle on it, which I am very fond of because to me that castle represents her finding a safe space to be herself, and that's how I feel about my craft room. My craft room is like Queen Elsa's castle. Now, my castle is dangerous like Queen Elsa's castle too. It's a mess and it's very dangerous in here. I'm the only one that truly belongs. Like, she's the only one that really truly belongs in her castle. No, I just love it, and we're gonna have some fun with this week. So as you can tell, up in the top left hand corner of my screen, I have my invitation propped up there. And so that's kind of what I'm drawing from, and I'm just using a few basic colors, really watered down because I didn't do any kind of sketching ahead of time. I'm kind of just sketching it out as I go with my watercolor. And I love her castle, the way it's like tucked into a cliff, and so I wanted a bit of that cliff and the castle kind of peeking out from it for the composition of this image. So let's talk about the prompts real quick while I'm watercoloring. So the prompts were something cold, which I had written down ice, 3 of something. Originally I was thinking snowflakes, but we're going to go characters and words. A place, her castle. An office supply. I oopsed this one. I totally planning on putting a staple in this collage, but I forgot to do it for the video. A name of a song, Let It Go, and the bonus was lined paper, which I am going to use the bonus as well. So technically I don't have to put a staple in it, I think is the way it goes. If you use the bonus, you can maybe omit something, or I don't know. Rules, I don't know. But I left this all in for you guys. We can kind of just chill, decompress. It's Wednesday. We'll get over the hump of this week and just relax, right? So I'm just going to sit here and watercolor. Thank you all for praying for our family member, my husband's auntie. She is out of ICU the last time I heard, so go prayer warriors. Yeah, thank you so much. And we're just waiting on tests and things, so that's an improvement, I believe. And that's an update for that. I have a lot of videos, and for some reason I just haven't gotten them rolled out to you guys, but you'll be seeing a lot of videos. Hey, speaking of, if you want to see any haul videos, please let me know. I have a few hauls recorded and I haven't shared them. I don't know if that's something you guys want to see or not. I have a haul from Dreams Etc. and I have a haul from Scrappy Shack. I could even do a thrift book haul if y'all want. Please just let me know if what you're interested in, and I'll show it to you. So, yeah, that's like 3 hauls right there, and I just don't know how much of that y'all are into. I don't want to record it and take the time to edit it and do all the things if you're like, next, no thanks, not interested. Anyways, so yes, I am just putting a light color. This is a very icy, cold blue scene that I'm painting here. And I do like the blue-green for sure of that area that I'm painting over right now, but I needed to add more detail in there. So I'm just going back and deepening a few places. I really love the way that this painting came out. I mean, it was a quick one, you guys. It took me, I know because I edited the footage, it took me 8 minutes to paint this picture. It may feel longer to you watching it. But yeah, it took me 8 minutes to paint this picture, and I just love it. I think it's so much fun. It gives, I like painting from a painting or painting from a drawing or a sketch more than I do from a photograph because it's easier. Like for me, it was a very approachable idea to paint the back of this picture because it was just a painting. If that makes any sense at all, there's just less detail. It's already been kind of watered down, and then I can water it down more and make it approachable for me. So I was trying to use a distress crayon there for the white details, and it just wasn't giving it to me. So I have this paint here. I'm going back in and deepening some of the rock face details. And then what I'm going to do is I'm also going to do that down here at the bottom, but I'm not going to worry too much because a lot of that's going to be covered. I'm also adding the blue into all the areas of white that I had left out and down at the bottom. And then in a moment, I will come back in and still I'm going to put in the white details because I really feel like that's what kind of sets the castle off, if you will. So I have this Liquitex gouache, and this is a different kind of gouache, okay? So this is an acrylic gouache, and what that means is once it dries, it's permanent versus traditional gouache, which is never permanent. It's always can be reactivated with water. So I like to use the acrylic gouache when I'm adding details like this because I don't want them to move and I don't want them to change. And so I think it's a great detail medium, and I use it quite often. This is the Liquitex brand. I don't know if there's other, I'm sure there are other acrylic gouaches, but it's the one I'm most familiar with. And it's a great product. So I'm just adding in white details. So in the drawing, this is a very faceted, sculpted ice castle, and I can't do that. But what I can do is slop some white paint in here, and with those dark details under, try to give it it does have a texture. I used the gouache straight, so it's kind of thick, and it does have a texture, and it kind of gives a faceted look. Okay, I have this brand new Iron Orchid stamp set. This is the type, you saw it there. I think it's called typeset. It's their alphabet set. You get 2 huge sheets. They're 12 by 12 is the size of the stamp set. And I'm going to use this for my song title, which is Let It Go. And I wanted to do this in ombre, but I didn't realize that Uncharted Mariner was actually so much lighter than Chipped Sapphire. Goes to show that it really pays to swatch your inks, and I haven't done that. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm not disappointed. I'm not upset about it, but it wasn't exactly what I was going for. I would have put this one first, the Chipped Sapphire up at the Let It, and then it would be Uncharted Mariner, and then I would do the other blue, which I think is Stormy Sky. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I just wanted kind of an ombre, but I didn't get it. I still like the way it came out. I think these letters are just the perfect size to fill in that left side of the page, and I'm loving it. And I love how it sets the castle even further back, which means I don't need that much detail in the painting of the castle. Not really. Okay, I need some lined paper, and I'm drawing more inspiration from this invitation. I love those flowers all around the borders. And if I wasn't being a lazy crafter, I would have die cut some snowflakes and added to this page, but I was being a lazy crafter, so forgive me. But what I'm going to do is mimic the same colors using my watercolors, and I am going to paint on this lined paper in a very basic way. I kind of love the elementary element of painting on, notebook paper in a very simple way. And this is a children's movie, although I think they make these as much for adults as they do for kids. But yeah, I love just the injection of youth and the nod to that by painting on this notebook paper. And it helps me with another prompt, which was lined paper, and the prompt of something, and these are 3-petaled flowers. Helps me out a lot. So I'm going to have 3 characters, 3 words in my song title, and 3-petaled flowers. Nailed it. I'm having fun today. I hope you guys are too. It's so good getting to hang out with y'all in the lives. I'm going to try to do a live this Saturday. I really hope I can. It'll have to be an early morning live if I were to guess. It just depends on how the week goes. I never really know what I'm going to get to do on a Saturday morning, but I hope I get to hang out with you guys. I'm not sure what I'll be working on, but it'll be cards or a journal. As you can tell, I changed the intro to my videos, just a little something new, and so that people know that, yeah, I'm a paper crafter. I'm an equal opportunity paper crafter. I do cards, journals, collage, mini albums, just about anything with paper. It's fun. So I thought I would change it up. All right, so I fussy cut out these elements, and I'm going to start kind of laying them out here on my paper. And I just think that they add such a fun splash of color, and again, just the nod to that invitation. So these frozen birthday invitations are quite special to me because one of my aunts in Oklahoma, she knew that I was doing junk journals, and she got me like some stuff at a yard sale. And one of the things that she got me was like I don't know, I think these people were planning on having like 100 kids at this birthday party, because I think I literally have 100 of these frozen invitations. And then there's some more that are like cowboy in Texas, and she just picks me up like little things like this, and I just think it's so sweet, and I love it, and it warms my heart that she thought of me. And so I love using these. I put these frozen invitations in junk journals, and I'm trying to use 100 of them. So I'm getting creative. Okay, so just gluing these elements down. I hope this inspires you to play today. Or if you can't play, grab a notebook, and if you have ideas of how you want to play the next time you're in your craft room, write them down. And then the next time you're in your craft room, you can go back to your list and be like, oh yeah, I forgot I wanted to play with watercolor, or whatever you might be inspired by in this. Or I wanted to do my first collage, or I need to make a birthday card. Whatever inspiration strikes you. So I'm gluing these down, and the whole time I was thinking, man, I really wish I had a picture of Olaf. I turned those girls over, and there he was, and I was like, yippee! So I grabbed another invitation, since he had been chopped for me to do that one. And I'm just trimming off the edges here. I love that feeling when you do things off the edge and then you trim them up and how things really look. So I grab another invitation. I'm like, yay, there he is. All right, we get to have an Olaf. So I will fussy cut out Olaf. And I love how he's like posed, because it's like he's going to be taking an ice bath, doing a little polar bear action, and it's just so cute. It just works perfectly, I think, for this scene. So he's going to be taking a splash, an icy splash there. Something cold. Olaf's pretty cold. He's made of snow. Oh, I just had so much fun, you guys. My daughter had this video when she was like 2 years old. She'd put on her Queen Elsa dress, and she would sing and dance and twirl, and it was just the most precious thing. And so I kept thinking of her as I was doing this collage today, and it just warmed my heart. I can't wait to show this to her and see what kind of reaction she gets now. She's not a big Frozen fan anymore, although it'll always have a place in her heart. So I hope she enjoys seeing it, and that it kind of brings back good memories for her as well. Well, this invitation was so inspirational that I did decide to glue it down to the back with my prompts. These prompts, you guys, are ones that I had when I was in the groove of connecting dots. I had written them down for multiple weeks, and I'm coming to an end. I'm going to have to sit down and do that again. It's really helpful to already have a jumping off place. I just have to pick this thing up each week and be like, oh yeah, I was going to do a Frozen layout. So I'm popping this page back into my book, although, you guys, this book, I don't think it's going to be able to hold all year long. So I'm going to have to get creative. But here is the collage. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for spending your time with me here on my channel. I hope you have a really wonderful day and rest of the week, and that you can carve out some time to get crafty. Bye.